Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to discuss what the outcome will be, whether Saints Row 5 slash Reboot is a good game or a bad game. But before we get into that, I'm going to do a little bit of self-promoting to see if it makes any difference. So as you can see, only 5% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. I know this sounds super cringy and shit. But if we could just up that ratio, it'd be pretty cool. Let's see if we can get it to 10%. If we can get it to 10%, you're all epic. And yeah, subscribe if you're not. And yeah, let's get into it. So, first of all, let's go on to the good side. So, let's say this game is great. Saints Row 2 level, updated, huge map, tons to do, a nice open world experience that we all love and enjoy. So, if this is a good game, I think it can rebuild the fan community from this little hatred from one another, from the people who like 1 and 2 and the people who like 3 and 4, into one big like group of people who go, okay, well, at least we all can say 5 is the best or one of the best games and be happy about that. I think it could actually bring together the entire Saints Row community. That's the power that this new game actually has. Like, I hope they understand that this new game can literally hinge the entire fan base together and just make them all like respect the games as a whole, at least the new one. So I hope that that kind of does go into consideration when they make this game, and I hope they try and please everyone. I hope everyone's happy. There's a fly in this room, and it's tried to land on the microphone twice, so if you hear buzzing, that's why. So I think that if this goes really well, it can mean a fresh start for the Saints Row series. I kind of wonder whether this will be the last Saints Row game, because a reboot could just be ended with the final game called Saints Row. It's a kind of a worry that I have. I really hope it's not. But either way, I think this game can definitely bring together a bunch of fans in a way that hasn't really taken place before, because there's never been a game that's brought all of the fans together to say this is great, because there's always that divide between what style you like. But this one could do it if they do it right. But on the flip side of that, it could be awful. It could be a completely one-sided biased game, so it could either be completely gangster with no funny moments like Saints Row 1, which I know it had funny moments, but you know what I'm trying to say. Or it could be completely Saints Row 4, balls to the wall, fuck it, let's go and do some space shit. Now, I don't think it will be the space version because of just the whole reboot, the graffiti. That's not Saints Row 4's style. It was very much like alien spacey shit. So I don't think that will happen. I'm pretty tired if you can't hear, by the way, so I'm sorry I sound so dead. But if it's bad, it could actually mean the end of Saints Row, and I'm not even saying that in like the negative pessimist way, but it is like a genuine concern. Saints Row 1 and 2 were the better games in my opinion. I love 3, I love 4. Luckily, I'm one of the fans who managed to actually adjust to the change. And while I know they're a downgrade, I still had a lot of fun playing through them, and that's why I consider Saints Row my favourite open world series. But man, the community's so split and divided that if this game sucks, then even for just either group, it's going to destroy the fan base. Now, the good news is, if this game fully appeals to the older fans have stayed around all this time. They're loyal, so at least they will have a core fan base to work with. But if it just appeals to these newer fans, it could just be a completely temporary fan base. And that would, like, cause a lot of problems. And I don't want to sound all, like, old gen Saints Row person here, boomer. But if this game's bad, it could separate the community so much that it could be the end of Saints Row. Hype will die down, the fandom will die down, and you'll only have the core audience for people who liked 1, 2, like, to the end of these, like, people who've supported Saints Row series the whole time in hope they can get another game back. And he won't be bringing in anyone new, because if it's a crap game, it's a crap game, you know what I mean? It feels like at the moment, and the people who are looking forward to this Saints Row are the old school fans. I've not seen many new school fans super pumped and hyped, because I feel like the new school fans played it, were like, oh, that game was fun, but then kind of just left. Like, it feels like 3 and 4 didn't have this huge impact that 1 and 2 did to, like, people's actual game experience in life. Like, I will go on, like, record for the rest of my life for saying that Stillwater, Saints Row 2, is the most exciting map to explore. It's so vast and wide that it's just the best map in Saints Row, like, history, in gaming history, in my opinion. But a lot of people don't feel that way, and they like the newer games. So if this game sucks, it's gonna really like damage the community, and it might not even be able to recover. So it's like a very big worry. But before I end, I'm gonna talk about if the game's okay. If the game is just another decent Saints Row. For example, if it's like 3. Now, a lot of people hated 3. A lot of people thought it was okay. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people disliked it. You know what I mean? But I think that when it comes to old school fans, new school fans, they all look at 3 and go, it wasn't great, but it was okay. It was an okay game. It was fun. And I feel like if we have a game like that, all we're doing is prolonging the inevitable until we have another game that goes back to this point of will it be great and will it be bad, and then we'll eventually get one that's either great or bad, and that will just like settle the entire debate over whether Saints Row is going to be a dead franchise or not. We really need this game to either be amazing and just appeal to everyone, or appeal to one side really well. I feel like if it did appeal to the newer fans really well and struck them with that like chord of oh my god this is amazing, then it will also build a new community around that, and it will still have a core audience, and Saints Row can survive the same way it would if it just appealed to the older fans. But I think the best chance we have right now is the game being really good, appealing to everyone, and making everyone happy, because I've got this awful feeling at the back of my mind that this game's going to just appeal to no one. They're going to try and do a sort of Agents of Mayhem style thing. Now, I know the game style won't be like that, but I'm just saying, like, out of nowhere whack game. You know what I mean? Where they'll, like, market it as Saints Row, but it'll be something so different to what we've had before that we could be in trouble. But I also, from the graffiti style, think we're definitely going to get a more gangster-orientated game. Even if by gangster, we're talking Saints Row 3 level gangster, which isn't really gangster at all, but there's gangs in the game, which still, to me, is better than the aliens. And I think that if this game has gangs and a fun city to explore, it'll already be better than 4 and Gato to Hell. And if it just slots in above those games, I've got no problem with it. Because I like 1, 2, and 3 the most. 4 was pretty good. I had fun playing it. But it's not like... If 4 released by itself, I'd probably never come back to it. You know what I mean? It's only because it's a Saints Row game that I come back to it. You know what I mean? So, I think we need this game to either just be really good or appeal to the gangster audience or the new style audience really well to the point where it builds the community up. Otherwise, if it flops and if it's just bad for everyone and people just really dislike it, I think there's going to be a lot of trouble. Like if it does an Agents of Mayhem style flop where people were hyped about it for like a week and then it just like literally dropped off the face of the earth, we could be in some serious trouble. But I, for one, am really looking forward to it. I have high hopes for once for Volition. This is the most excited I've been for a Saints Row game in a while. And I know that's not saying much judging by how often they release, but I'm talking Saints Row games in general, the remasters, the Gato to Hell, Saints Row 4. I probably haven't been this excited for a Saints Row game since 3's like trailer was dropped, because I thought it was quite a cool trailer. So, yeah, I think I'm going to keep my expectations high. Not too high, because I don't know if it'll ever top Saints Row 2. That's my only worry. But for me, I would need this game to slot, like, if I could, like, rank all the Saints Row games, for me, it goes Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, Saints Row 1, Saints Row 4, Saints Row Gato to Hell. Well, that's, like, off the top of my brain. I'll probably have, like, a more detailed thing at some point explaining why. But if this game can just slot at least above Saints Row 4 and just be Saints Row 3 level good, which isn't amazing, I know, but it's fun, I'll be happy. And I know a lot of old school fans are going to hear that and go, oh my god, you're a traitor to the game. It's not what it was founded on. Well, look, Saints Row is what it is. My opinion on whether I enjoy the games won't change that. So don't get mad at me for just liking games, okay? I'm obviously an audience they've appealed to and it's worked with for me. And it's a game I connect to. So I know this video is kind of long and ranty and rambly, but we need this game to be good for everyone, I think. For it to be a legendary thing to bring Saints Row back to the forefront of open world GTA style. I know I'm not calling it GTA style, but I'm just going to for reference. GTA style open world games. And yeah, I think it can actually compete with the next GTA if it's done well. And knowing Volition, I think they can do it well. I mean, look at Saints Row 1, look at Saints Row 2. They are amazing. Even Saints Row 3, I like Saints Row 3, but this, like, it won't help my point here because that's more just nostalgia kicking in than actual amazing game. But Saints Row 1 and 2 were so vastly open world inspired like cities with so much to do and such a good storyline that I really think that if Volition pulls off something with that level, with the power they have now to make the game look amazing, run amazing, and feel fun, and if they just like have that now with the popularity they have at the moment, like with how good Saints Row 3 and 4 did, I think they will kill out the competition being Rockstar. Because Everyone's kind of mad at them right now for the whole remaster thing, and if they can pump out a really good open world shooting game like Saints Row 5 would be, then they can really, really pull it together and become a very like tough competitor for Rockstar. Because at the moment, they're not, okay? Saints Row's so out of their own like depth that they're not really competing with Rockstar anymore, where like they were in 1 and 2. But if this goes well, they can be back up there with like that level of just holy shit, that this is a great game. I don't know how anyone else can top this, but the problem is I'm a bit of a fanboy for Saints Row. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm a Saints Row fanboy. You can tell by my channel. So realistically, whatever game they pump out, I'm probably going to enjoy it and play the shit out of it and praise it. Like I always talk about Saints Row 4 and it's like negative light compared to the other games. It's still like an amazing game. And like I know I said earlier that I probably wouldn't play it. That might have just been like in comparison. Maybe I would still play it now. Who knows? But okay, I've gone on for like 11 minutes now, so I'm sorry. I'm going to stop rambling your head off. Thank you all for watching. The reveal is tomorrow, and I really, really hope this trailer can give us some insight into the vibe of the game. I don't want to see action-packed shit, okay? Give me a bit of story, give me a bit of context, show me the city. I want to see if there's any names of the city. Maybe Stillwater could return. Who knows? Make it fun, but like, give me stuff to analyze, and I will. But yeah, see you in the next video, guys. I hope this one wasn't too rambly and long. I'm pretty tired, so I kind of mumble and shit. So I hope it all came through clear. And have a good day, everyone.